Okay, first up, great to see you. Is it JJ or KSI?
You can call me whatever you want, man.
Whatever I like.
Yeah, it's all right.
Whatever I like. JJ, it's great to see you, but it's KSI against Logan Paul.
Yeah.
First of all, it's captured huge imagination, huge attraction from all over the world,
Yeah.
globally, obviously on YouTube and in the boxing world for good and bad reasons. First of all, how excited are you about November the 9th in the Staples Center and going again with the old nemesis?
I'm very excited. Obviously, it's been almost a year or over a year since our last fight, and I think it's time. I think it's time for us to finally be in the ring and me to get my W. So.
Do you really not like him? Is there genuine bad blood? Is this a stage thing, or is this a real dislike?
Well, I'm pretty sure he doesn't like me, and it's like with him, I don't really care for him. I guess it's more of an ego thing. He thinks he's better than me, and I think I'm better than him. And we have large fan bases who are constantly battling between each other.
Is that better at boxing or better just generally at what you've both done and achieved?
I think it's everything, boxing and just entertainment. Like, I feel like I've done more for the YouTube scene on and off it compared to him, and I guess he doesn't think the same. So I guess this is one way for us to sell our differences.
Take me back to sort of the early days.
And, right at the beginning.
How you got involved in obviously a world that's absolutely exploded into life and something that the young are really engaged with over the last sort of few years.
Well, I guess for me it started around 2010 when I started playing games, doing gaming videos. I didn't even show my face at the time. I was just recording me doing skills and scoring goals and putting montage music in the background and just showing people, showing my friends. And I never got like large views. I always got like maybe 10, 20 views here and there. And I'd always go on forums and, you know, post the videos just so more and more people can see it. And then over time, I kind of found myself, you know, got into my own and started just posting more videos, started exploring what I could do. So I didn't just stick with the gaming. I decided to push the music, try the acting, and then later down the line, boxing came into effect.
What was the success? Do you think it was dedication and hard work? I spoke to Logan last week in LA, and he said it was just utter dedication. It's the fact that you just don't give up at something.
I think it's just consistency, hard work, and just the belief. I feel like for me, a lot of my early childhood, I've had a lot of people say, "Oh, you can't do this, you can't do that, or you're never going to be able to do this and do that." So I've always just had this drive and energy to prove people wrong, and I feel like that's just me. My whole YouTube career is just me constantly proving people wrong. When it comes to the music, when it comes to the acting, when it comes to the boxing, etc. I just like proving people wrong. So.
Did you think it would evolve like this?
No, no, not at all. No. I just thought I could play games for the rest of my life, and then that was it. Yeah. Well, I mean, I saw that there was money eventually once I started really like looking into it. But it was so small, I was just like, nothing ever is going to come from this.
Was there one thing that just happened that suddenly changed it?
No, for me it's all just been gradual, just slowly, consistently going up and up and up. And obviously it goes down here and there, but then spikes up again. But no, there hasn't really been a moment where I've just been famous.
But you say it's changing sort of things as well. It's looking at the markets, looking what out there, what's maybe that attracts. Now it's the boxing, or you know, it's just sort of finding something that the kids, the audience, are going to just engage in.
Well, for me, it's kind of like opportunity. I always see there's opportunities with whatever I do. So it's just me picking the right opportunities and just smashing it home and just going ham with it, really. That's kind of a lot of my life. Like, just taking opportunities, lots and lots of opportunities.
I mean, you're sitting there playing FIFA games. Did you ever think you'd get into the squared circle and?
No. I mean, if I'm being honest, no. I mean, there's one footage of me This is years ago, even before I like did anything boxing, like I have now, where I was just fighting. I believe it was Adam Smith. It might have been Adam Smith. This is like a while ago, and it was just this thing called Rulem Sports where I would try different sports, so gymnastics, rugby, and boxing was one of them. And yeah, I was sparring Adam Smith, and yeah, pretty much I was just terrible. You'd look at me and you'd be like, oh, there's no way he's gonna be able to get in the ring and fight at all.
Did you do any sport?
No, if I'm being honest, I didn't really like. I did football in school.
As you do?
Yeah, rugby as well in school. But like, I was always in like the C team, D team. Sometimes I was in the B team, but never for football. It was always just for rugby. But that's because they just taught me as a prop. So I was just be this big lad that would just get in the way. But yeah, no, I was never really a sporty guy, which is pretty funny. I think a lot of my schoolmates would look at this and just be baffled.
Why?
And
How?
confused as to how like I was able to do any of this. Yeah.
Was it Joe Weller that called you out? Was that the
Yes.
first thing?
So that's how it all started. He called me out and he was just like, "Oh, let's fight," and I wasn't really on it. Obviously, I said it as a joke. Oh, I'll fight the winner between him and his mate, and literally. Once we had the press conference and it just got proper heated, at that point I was like, screw it, I'm going ham with this, I'm going to train hard. And I remember my first session, and it was horrible. I remember my first sparring session, it was just terrible. I think it was with Gibb, and he just destroyed me. Yeah, I had my...
Was it really painful?
Yeah, I had my knee up in the air, I was just cowering. I was all over the place. Yeah, it wasn't good. It wasn't good at all.
But you hooked up with someone who knows his stuff.
Yes, without Riley. Yeah,
Yeah.
and he's just taken me up and up and up the whole way.
I mean, he's obviously been boxing since a young kid.
Since he was like 2, 3. Yeah.
And a very good amateur. So,
yes.
So you've listened to him and obviously adapted a style that can work at this sort of level.
Yes, and I think with us, we're just always progressing. We're always evolving the style rather than just having one style and sticking with it. We're making sure we're able to factor the skills that we have learned over the years into different situations.
He said there's one thing he found out pretty early on, that you've got power, and that obviously helps.
I think that's just my Nigerian blood or heritage that's helped there. But yeah, I've got just hidden power, which makes life a lot easier.
You grew up, I know, a lot in Watford. Did you know AJ? Were you mates?
So
Did you come across each other?
funny thing, I never actually met him
You're
in
a bit
Watford.
younger, aren't you?
Yeah, but he went to the same orthodontist as me. Yeah, so like it was actually funny. It's like between us, we were like both becoming more and more famous. So like the same orthodontist that would do both our like teeth would just be so confused, and like seeing all these like kids just slowly like increasing like outside the orthodontist and everything. She's just like, wow, like you guys are just
So you both got great teeth,
town.
and you've got to make sure they don't get knocked out.
Essentially, yeah.
I remember the day very well when you fought Joe Weller, because I know Spencer Oliver was involved in the copper box and all of that. So I'd heard this event was going on.
Yeah.
And I said to my son, who I think was about 11 or 10 or 11 at the time,
Okay.
and he said, I had the Lawrence Okoli Isaac Chamberlain fight that night, and that was a big rivalry.
Yeah, very big
So
fight.
I turned to Oscar and I said, you know, who wins the fight, as in Okoli or Chamberlain? He said, well, KSI, obviously. And I said, what?
What?
What are you talking about? And he said, what are you talking about? And it was like suddenly this realization that there was this whole other world out there. So the copper box happened. It was packed out, I heard.
Yeah,
It was
pretty
obviously
manic.
a great night for you.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
you've been called out, and then
Fantastic.
you get the stoppage
It's
win and all
probably
that.
one of the best days of my life. Yeah, like unreal.
But can you understand that suddenly we're thinking of one thing, and then suddenly there's something going on, and actually the eyeballs on that were like outweighing what was going on at the O2.
Yeah, I can fully understand that, and I can understand how a lot of people would, if anything, would try to avoid it or just be quite against it, because it's it's not normal. It's different, and a lot of people just don't like change, I feel. But sometimes it's good to look at something like that and go, oh, okay, there is something here that could definitely grow and benefit everyone. And, yeah.
You got the win. Did you then want to carry on, or do you think that's it?
No, I wanted to carry on.
You got the hunger.
Of course, like I just knocked out Joe Weller. I was just on top of the world. I felt like the man.
So that's it. You looked at the Pauls in America. What was it?
Well, I saw Logan Paul obviously had this whole situation in January, and I was just like, this is the perfect opportunity for me to get an American audience. And I knew, like,
so it's smart thinking.
Well, obviously, of course. Like, I'm always like, everything I do is
the businessman.
Yeah, exactly. So I knew it. Like, so first I wanted to fight Jake because I knew that I could, after beating Jake, I can then fight Logan, because chances are, when I beat Logan, Jake isn't going to want to fight me, because it's just like, he's the older brother. If the older brother gets knocked out, the younger brother's going to be like, nah, I'm good. But my bro started getting involved, so then he, pretty much was set to fight Jake. So then I just went for Logan. I was just like, all right, let's just do it. And yeah, I called him out. It took a while for it to get set up. It was just, our teams were just going back and forth, just trying to, like, I guess, talk money and then do this and do that and what the terms were, etc. But eventually we got it.
So it was fun and games on YouTube, but it got pretty spicy, didn't it? I mean, I think there was a lot of insults, chucked, hurled.
I'd say I kind of definitely got under his skin, especially after the UK press conference. It was pretty manic, York Hall, and we just didn't see eye to eye at all. And it's funny, like, a lot of people think that we're friends. We're really not. Like, people always ask me this. I'm like, yeah, I used to have his number, but every time I'll just insult him. I'll just text him insults. And I remember.
You just wouldn't hang out with him?
Well, no, I mean, we took a photo, like, this was years ago. What was this? At a Super Bowl. It was like the most famous Super Bowl match ever, where I believe it was the Falcons came back from the depths. And like, I didn't really know of him. We just took a photo, and then and then after that we didn't talk anything like that. And he did his own thing, I did my own thing, and now we're just in this situation where both our egos are just so high. And it's going to be crazy. Like, for me, especially, like, losing is just not on the agenda, because I just know how long or how disastrous it would be for, like, my career and everything I'd want to do in the future. So, like, it would slow down me wanting to fight more pro boxing fights. It would slow down me with the whole music side that I'm trying to push. It would slow down YouTube in general, because, like, that's months, if not years, of torment and constant videos of the person who got knocked out being a meme. And there's a lot, like, that is riding on this.
I was saying to Vidal that, I mean, like, okay, go back to that Okolie and Chamberlain fight. Okolie won the fight, it wasn't a great fight, but Isaac came again, whereas in the YouTube world,
that can happen, that's it. Whereas
it's totally different.
In YouTube world, it's like, you're getting tormented for, like, almost forever, if anything. Like, that moment will be on in your history forever. Like,
so why do this?
Why do it? Why do it again? To show that I can knock him out. To show that I can, like, beat him. Like, I did beat him in the last fight. He just got lucky. He just, if there was a 7th round, he would have been knocked out. Like, he was exhausted. He was gassed. So I just feel like with this time, especially now there's no head guards, 10-ounce gloves, I'm able to just show everyone that he ain't nothing. He's nothing. And I'm able to just go in there, show my will, knock him out, and then move on.
You've gone from the Copper Box to the Manchester Arena, which was packed at the time, and obviously you were disappointed with the draw.
It was a bit annoying. Obviously, like, everyone was there, and like, I tried to show everyone like a spectacle and just knock him out. But obviously, it's really hard to knock someone out with head guards. It is quite.
So you're happy now. You're turning pro. There's no head guards. There's the smaller gloves.
Yeah, it's a lot more tactical, and I'm fit. I'm always fit. Whenever I train, I'm always making sure that I can do 8-9 rounds. So fitness isn't a problem for me. It's just me making sure I connect the right shots and get in the right places to end the fight. And like for me, I want it to be a knockout. I want to knock him out. Like I haven't knocked someone out properly, if that makes sense. Like I've done it in sparring, but not like in front of the world, if that makes sense. So that's my goal.
You're training hard here, and then you go to Vegas to finish off. Is that right? Around the Mayweathers. I mean, there's some experienced people around you.
Yeah,
KSI, isn't there?
Same people who train Porter.
Yeah.
Sean Porter is training me.
Who was brilliant last weekend.
Yeah. I mean, did you see his fitness? Like for 12 rounds, it's ridiculous.
It was a pleasure to be ringside. Yeah. It was a great fight.
It was a great fight. Insane fight. So I'm being trained by Jeff Mayweather, who's gonna teach me a few things here and there. And funny thing, Jeff Mayweather used to train Shannon Briggs. So Shannon Briggs is training Logan Paul. So I thought that was pretty funny. And I've got Stitch as well in my corner.
So you're covered in that way. But it's still got to be you that goes in and fights.
Well, I mean, but that's the thing. Like I know that I'm good. I know that I've got it in me. Like I've got the heart. I showed it in the last fight. I have the heart and the hunger. First 2 rounds, I knew I lost those 2 rounds. I just, I didn't know how he fought. I had nothing on him. I was just kind of like assess the situation. And I knew like with his jab, he'd beat me those 2 rounds. But I had the heart and the hunger to make sure that I wasn't going to lose. And that's why in the 3rd and the 4th and the 5th and the 6th round, I put everything. I was bouncing around in the ring, just constantly putting my heart and soul. And that's what I'm going to do in this next fight. Simple as that.
The world's going to be watching. The boxing world's a bit split here. There's some that are embracing the change. There's some that are saying, what on earth are you two doing, topping a bill with the likes of Devin Haney and Billy Joe Saunders underneath you? How do you feel about that?
Well, I guess it makes sense. I understand why a lot of people, especially purists, are like, this is terrible for the sport. This isn't how I grew up, blah, blah, blah. But it's because it's changed. It's something different. And it's kind of like, I feel like once the event happens, people will appreciate and understand like this is actually like helpful for everyone. Like for me, like how I train like a pro boxer. It's not like I'm just chilling around the side, playing games here and there and just training every now and then. I'm training every day, and even on my off days, I'm still training. Like I'm still like watching boxing, understanding boxing, trying to improve my boxing IQ. This is extremely serious, and I feel like once people understand that, they'll respect it a lot more. And you'll just like watch the fight, and you'll see that like even with my previous fights, it's not like I went super crazy the whole time. Like yes, with the Logan fight, I did like start mauling and just haymaking left, right, and center. But like there was still tactics behind it. I was still aiming for the body. I was still jabbing. I was still trying to find a way in, uppercutting, etc. And with this next fight, you'll just see a completely different boxer, especially in me. Like I have just after that fight, I just realized that I wasn't as good as I thought I was when it came to boxing. I wasn't as clued up as I thought I was. So this time, I want to make sure that I show people that I'm very serious about this.
We've done boxing on Sky for 25 years plus. Yeah. We had a sort of strange event with Mayweather and McGregor where the two codes sort of crossed over, which was fun to work on. But this is a real change. But as you said, it is changing times. And is this a chance for a new demographic, your demographic, the youngsters, to really engage in a sport that has got the spotlight on it again with the likes of Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder? Do you think this is really going to get new fans into the sport?
I 100% think this is going to bring new fans. With the Joe fight and the Logan fight, like I've had hundreds of thousands of messages of people saying, "Are you training and you in these fights has inspired me so much to want to get into boxing." Like a lot of my fans didn't really care for boxing. They kind of are just invested in me, and then whatever I do, they look at that and go, "Oh, actually, that looks sick. I want to do that." And that's kind of just how everything has gone with like a lot of the things that I've done. Like I've had some people who have been inspired with the music and they want to do the music. So many people inspired by me doing FIFA gaming videos, yeah, and they're just like, "I want to do gaming videos, etc. I want to be a YouTuber." So like with the whole boxing, they see it and they see like, yeah, it's not easy. It's hard work. Like I posted a documentary called Can't Lose where it literally shows me training and how intensive and how tough it is. But people look at that and are inspired and go, "Wow, I want to be like that. I want to do that." And I feel like once people see this fight as well, it's going to just increase the amount of people who are interested in boxing.
You're an inspiration. In my own house, my 3 kids, I think the youngest more than anyone, she's got her own YouTube channel. She's 8.
Sick. Oh, wow.
And I think it's amazing that you must look at that and think, wow, you and Logan Paul and all the others have started this sort of generation of people that can post their own things, do something different, and try and make their own names. And that's a sort of different inspiration. There's people that look up in the boxing world, fighters always to the likes of Ali and the greats, but people are looking up to you. The kids are, and they're really inspired.
I think if anything, it's quite surreal. Because I never saw myself as a role model. I never thought I'd be in a position where I'd have all these kids being inspired with everything that I do. But it's a thing. It's how it is now, and I've taken that responsibility and I'm using it to the best of my abilities. Obviously, I'm a human though. Like I'm gonna mess up. I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna, just mess up. Yeah, but like
That's important though.
But I feel like that shows that I am human. It shows that, I am normal, I am real, and I think that makes me a lot more relatable rather than someone who's just perfect the whole time and makes no faults.
How much do you love boxing, and beyond November the 9th, how much are you going to still be involved in it?
Well, I'm obsessed with boxing, and I couldn't say that 2-3 years ago. Before, I used to look at fights. I remember I watched the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight because everyone was just going on about it. And I saw it. I actually went to the fight, and I was just like, this is the most boring fight I've ever watched in my life. I don't get it. I don't get the hype. They're just like punching, they're just punching each other, and Mayweather's not really punching. Like he's kind of just like hitting and moving away, blah, blah, blah.
After all the build-up.
Yeah, after all that build-up. So, that was me with no boxing IQ. I didn't understand it. Now, for me, that fight is so fascinating. You understand how Mayweather was able to just be a defensive mastermind. Like, Pacquiao is a fighter that swarms, constantly, hitting, just constantly active. And for Mayweather to just disarm him so beautifully is just incredible. And I feel like you have to watch boxing, you have to understand, you have to love boxing to really get into it. So, yeah, I plan on doing more fights. That's I feel like, especially now that I'm in this position, like, why would I stop? Why would I, I'm in the best shape of my life and then I'll just stop. I don't know. I just feel like it works well with what I've got in mind, if that makes sense. I've got certain goals in mind, and for me to stop the boxing wouldn't make sense. So,
you're both turning professional.
Yes.
Logan Paul tells me he's going to become the heavyweight champion of the world.
Okay, well, that's stupid. I don't think I'm going to become the heavyweight champion of the world. I don't even think I'm going to be a world champion. I feel like I've missed that boat completely. But I feel like I can definitely fight other pro boxers and beat them.
He also tells me that he's going to mix the entertainment with the boxing and that he's going to do some MMA and all that. So I think it's crossing over, isn't it? The different things that you've done or he's done into the boxing world, which is going to work with the fan base, isn't it?
Well, obviously he's got a wrestling background, so I guess that makes sense with the whole MMA. But yeah, for me, I'm probably just going to stick to the whole boxing. Yeah.
How far do you think you can? Or will you just see what happens?
I think it's just opportunities. It's kind of just how I am. Like, I'll take opportunities that make sense, and then it'll get to a point where I go, okay, I'll put the gloves up and I'll relax and chill and work on something else. I don't know, ice skating or something. Whatever I'm into, that's just it. Yeah.
Some new challenge.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's it. I'm always just searching for new challenges. I love it.
So you had the American press conference. The UK one is on Monday. I guess there's going to be a
Yeah.
different flavour
Yeah.
to that. Are you excited about that?
Of course, it's gonna be. I mean, the UK crowd is just completely different. It's just a lot more hardcore. I feel like the American one is just a bit. It's just not the same. And yeah, I'm excited for him to come to the Lion's Den.
Have you got a few things planned?
Of course, and yeah, it's gonna be big. It's gonna be exciting.
Then it's to Vegas, and then on to Fight Week in LA, which is going to be something big. Obviously, you're going to be keeping yourself to yourself,
Yes.
but trying to keep your head down
Yeah,
and train
yeah,
when the
exactly.
madness is around. And do you think it will be mad around?
Yeah,
the
it's
Staples
going to be
Center?
absolutely incredible. And it's going to be manic, and I need to make sure I stay focused. That's like the number one priority. So, like, even my hotel is like nowhere near the Staples Center. It's just in a quiet area, just so I can literally focus on what needs to be done.
So what happens on November the 9th when
November
you
the
and
9th?
Logan Paul collide again?
Oh, baby. I'm going to have a spectacular entrance. I've envisioned everything. And then I'm going to get in the ring. And I'm just going to be happy. Because at that point, I'm at home. I feel like whenever I'm in the ring, I'm at home. And when I see Logan, he's probably going to try do a few things here and there to try and get in my head. But I'm just going to be smiling, enjoying the moment. And then when the bell rings, he's going to understand that this is different, that he is in a completely different space. It's not like the last fight. I have just changed as a person, changed as a fighter, and he's going to realize that. And soon he's going to, well, I'm sure he's going to gas out soon. And then I keep saying round 5. Round 5 is when I feel like I'm going to end him. So. Yeah, round 5 is when I'll.
How sweet will that be, and how important will that be
How
to your
sweet.
business?
Oh man, let's just say it's going to be the best day of my life. Yeah, it's going to just make everything just gel so nicely. So yeah, it needs to happen. It needs to happen.
Ask Logan to look down the camera, look down the barrel, and send you a message. What's your message to him?
Okay, Logan. Good luck, man. It's going to be tough, man. It's going to be a tough fight. I know you have a lot of yes men around you, constantly telling you, you're the best, boosting your ego. I don't have that around me. I don't have yes men around me. They tell me how it is, and trust me, when we get in that ring, you're going to see how it is. Good luck, bro.
Good talking to you.
Pleasure,
JJ
man.
KSI, what a
Thank you,
pleasure.
man.